Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. You're still on Daybreak on Trust TV. Now today we're talking about something that affects all of us, misinformation on social media. Is it fueling our division? That is a question we want an answer to. Now think about how quickly a false message can touch real lives. Let's say last week, a woman in Lagos got a forwarded video claiming her community was under attack by a rival group. Terrified, she called her neighbors, who in turn called their families. By the evening, fear had spread across the community, and it turned out the video was months old from another part of the country entirely. Or a young man in Kano who saw a viral clip claiming protests of one faith attacked another community. The story was false, but the anger and suspicion it sparked were real. These stories show how misinformation doesn't just mislead us online, it reaches into our homes, our schools, our neighborhoods, and can tear relationships apart before the truth even comes out. Now this morning we want to hear from you. Have you ever shared a story online that turned out to be false? Or maybe you've been affected personally by messages that caused fear, anger, or confusion. Make sure you pick up the phone and call us in. We would like to hear from you. We would like to hear your thoughts on this particular issue. How do you verify information on social media when you get it? Do you believe what you see automatically, or you make sure that the information that you do get is credible and viable? At this point, it is quite important to understand and to differentiate which information is true or false. Maimuna, what do you think about this?
When it comes to spreading of information on social media, you'd realize that not every information that is put out there is true.
Majority of the
information, thank you for that. Majority of the informations on social media are not true. You know, social media is there to connect people and not divide people.
Absolutely.
But when these misinformations are being put out there for people, you know how emotional people can be. People relate to certain reports, certain news, and certain posts based on what they believe in. And when those kind of posts are being made on social media at that time that it aligns with what they see and what they perceive to be true, it kind of fuel their curiosity and gives them makes them feel comfortable that this particular information that is put out there is true. So the social media has really played a huge role in spreading misinformations, and people just go with it without
Absolutely. Let's hear from our callers. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning, Adi. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Adi. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
In UK, we have what we call cyber law. So if you write anything online that can cause a problem, they will pick you up and they will send you to prison from the first, and have a criminal record which cannot be used forever. So people are very conscious of what they put online. Anywhere they have a picture. But it's causing a lot of problems in my country, in Nigeria. I'm not sure whether they have cyber law in Nigeria or not. But if they don't have, I think it's probably have one. Because it's sadly that so you get that false information is a particular group, a particular person, or a particular company. Online, internet, or social media is not meant for that. You have a lot of business. Trust me, if there is no social media, you see a lot of more people in rural Africa that will full of depression. What people do? So social media is super a lot. So they can be online, do their culture, their mental can be taken care of. But it's not easy for the wrong reason. Because it can cause division. Who's people in Rwanda that cause genocide? Even that one is not even social media. Just by reacting and spreading false news, the UK and the other side. So we don't want government to enact a law in national. They are duty to do that, so that we can have a cyber law, at least that question people and what you can say, so we don't cause problem and that can cause us killing ourselves, or if hatred among ourselves. So I think National Assembly, the ball is in the court. To do something better. We don't want to be different in Nigeria. We don't want that. We just want our country to progress and be better than where we are here, America, is and so government should take to be serious about this, right? It's a serious issue. So they should take it seriously. So that's what I'm advising the government. They are used to. They should think. Don't have to say with kids clear. I said, when South Africa president went to America last time, when the president came was showing that that people was not there in South Africa, was from that country. So it's a fact. So we should be careful. God bless all our young people in Nigeria. God make them to progress and better than the other people, and God bless Nigeria. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much, Ajay, for your contribution. Maimuna, there are different ways that information or content can be tailored and for them to be seen as information that is false. It could be a video and the caption might be describing what is not really happening in the video. And with tools that we have now, with the advancement of technology, we have AI, anything can be altered and can be provided as true information. Meanwhile, it is not. So there are ways that people can surely be able to verify and understand that it is very, very possible to get information that is false. Let's say
we have Shetima on the line. Good morning, Shetima. Thank you for calling in this morning.
Good morning, Maimuna. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shetima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shetima. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Good morning. First and foremost, let me ask about my brother. It was 2 days I did not hear from him. I hope and pray he's doing well in the Fulani Kingdom. I'm talking about Abasheko. So I hope Abashe will come in this morning. We miss his contribution honestly for 2 days today.
All right.
Let's go back to the point. This misinformation is not only foiling our division, but if it's not properly managed, as Ajay said, it will cause altercation and it will cause a lot of problems within our domain. And I can remember not a month ago, a friend of mine called me and I take my car and pick him at the junction of my site. He was telling me one story. He said, I just called you, you come out freely, you drive your car. I said, what is happening? He said, I saw it in the social media that in your area, about three places bomb have been planted. And now expert bomb squad have been working to fish out or to detect where the bomb is so that they can get lost. I said, look, I'm in my house this morning. I did not go anywhere. And I did not hear about this story that you're talking about. He showed me in his system. So you see how people are creating confusion, how people are trying to manufacture things that is not happening, to inculcate fear into the mind of people, sometimes to restrict them from movement. So honestly speaking, our government have to wake up. Our government have to wake up. This thing, I think somebody cannot create fear in the mind of people and went and go free. He's supposed to be fished out, whoever he is, because that point that you have you have passed information with it. I think they have registered. So I think any point that is registered, they can be easily fished out and get him arrested and let him face the consequences of what he's doing. So government have to come in. Honestly speaking, government have to come in because with time, as we are taking lightly, something serious will happen. Something serious will happen. Misinformation can lead to war. It can lead to serious problems. Honestly speaking, our people, I'm trying to call them to fear God. To fear Allah, don't create confusion among the people. People are living in peace, don't create tension. You know, tension is sleeping. Whoever wake that tension, Allah has caused him. So don't embark cause of Allah upon you. So we have to fear God. We have to be sincerity, and we have to, and also any information that we posted, you have to verify. You have to try as much as possible, as much as you can, to investigate. Is this that thing is true or not? And you have to see, you have to use your common sense. This thing can be possible or not. We are all human. God gave us a brain to think ahead and to analyze things. And this thing can be possible or not. That is something, if they pose, you can even laugh. It is not even possible. But people think they will believe on it. May Allah sanitize our mind. May Allah put fear of God in our mind, so that we can live peacefully. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much, Shetima. Maimuna, I want to ask you something. Do you think that the reason why we have so much misinformation, false or fake news all around social media is because there are no restrictions when it comes to disseminating this information?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that. There are no regulations. I think the only regulation we have here in Nigeria is concerning the Cybercrime Act. It also governs, you know, putting out misinformation there, but there's no particular law that states that for anyone that puts out a misleading information that would cause either chaos, anger, ignite fear, and peace and all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, we have Abasin Kong on the line. Good morning. Thank you for calling in this morning. Shetima asked after you.
Good morning, lovely people. Good morning, Bagudu. Good morning, my lovely sister, Kiyawa.
Good morning, Abasin Kong.
Yeah, I want to appreciate Shetima. Each time I hear Shetima speak, I no longer come on board. Once he speaks, except I have something to add. He's a wonderful speaker, very eloquent and pragmatical. Very, very good man. He's my brother in Bagudu. Actually, I attended Abakandara Primary School in Borno State, and my wife is from Gambadongala. He's a very nice man. He's my in-law. Thank you for always remembering me. God bless you. Yes, going straight to the point. What the topic today? The topic there for yesterday, and today they are very wonderful topics. It goes to say that, is it fueling division? Yes. I want to categorically say I'm not happy with those Christians that have been feeding America with wrong information. Why am I saying this? America is a global police. Where Americans talk, China cannot stand. Where Americans talk, Russia cannot stand. So Nigerians should not be carrying out misinformation to enabling problem and division amongst ourselves. Sincerely speaking, if I tell you I'm happy, I'm not happy. Although the Americans, the CIA, the FBI, they are here. If you don't know, they are here. They are monitoring events and they are getting first-hand information. That is where we are lacking. Look at Iran. They arrested their men who were working hand in hand with the Americans, with the Israelites. But here, you cannot see our undercover men doing things. They go to sleep. So, going straight to the topic today, I also want to make Nigerians to understand that when we have leaders that are not practical, they should leave the office. Look at Spain, the largest city in Spain, Valencia. The governor there resigned, Carlos Manson. He resigned. He stepped down. Why can't that happen? Why can't that be applicable here? It should be applicable. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not happy when I see things not going well in my fatherland. I'm in Gombe today because it's like my fatherland. I might be in Medugri tomorrow, it's like my fatherland. But why must we be carrying out fake news? Carrying out those things that will disintegrate, that will cause problems amongst us, that will make the Christians to start killing the Muslims, and will make the Muslims to start killing the Christians. Are we not worshiping the same Allah? Are we not worshiping God? Why is there division? Why must we divide ourselves? But the politicians are the ones doing all this. The politicians, they are the ones fueling this crisis. Divergent views that trace concepts amidst growing security challenges should be watched. Divergent views that trace concepts amidst growing challenges we've been divided should be stopped. If that is not done, then we are heading to anarchy. And what is genocide? What is anarchy? Genocide is when there are mass killing. Mass killing. We should not condone all this act of lawlessness. God bless Nigeria. God bless Trust TV. I really appreciate your station for the wonderful job they are doing. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Abasinkong, for that. We are still on the topic of misinformation on social media, and the question is it fueling our division? Make sure you call us in and send us WhatsApp messages as well, so that we can read out your thoughts. And I believe if you look at it from a broader perspective, when it comes to disseminating information, these messages that are sent, especially on social media, one particular messaging application does come to my mind, where our older generation are on there. You have broadcast messages where it's being shared, and I believe it's quite harder for them to verify what kind of information, and every information that is being disseminated there is usually taken with high regard and taken as the truth as well. Let's take our caller at this
Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Makurdi, Benue State.
Thank you for calling in this morning. Kindly share your thoughts.
All right, I just want to lend my voice on the topic of discussion today.
Go ahead.
Now, first, let me say that for anybody to be able to misinform, it means there are certain structures that are lacking. You see, you can't just take $1. There are certain things that is difficult to take because they have been made, they have been customized in a way that is quite difficult. There are certain policies the government must put in place for us to handle some of these things. You started mentioning Cybercrime Act and some other acts that ought to be in place. So as long as these things are not there, you give room for anyone to bring or to fill the public with anything. But I want to say also, it looks like we're not yet ready to solve our problem as a nation. These are basic things that can be checked. They are facts. They should be organizations or offices in charge of validating and fact-checking whatever has been sent on the social media. And if someone is caught doing this, he should be tracked and punished. When these things are not done, and we keep talking about misinformation, how will this thing stop when nobody is apprehended? There are no structure to check it. So for me, we have a bigger problem. If there is misinformation, at least it said that there is no smoke without fire. There should be a structure in place that cross-check facts and validate it. For instance, I know that if you are going to post certain things, you must pass through a channel. But when we don't have such structures, we keep complaining about these things, and it's very unfortunate. So I really feel that the government needs to work. I think it's last year or so that our Cybercrime Act was even brought in. And there are certain other policies that need to be put in place. If we don't do this, we will continue to have problems like this.
So that's my take on this. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Sharing your thoughts. Talking about regulation, laws, and stricter measures when these misinformations are out there, we need to implement that. I remember one time where a proposed act was for the fake news. I mean, I think that should be looked into. That should also be put on the table and see how it can be able to help regulate the spread of misinformation. You know the saying that bad news and fake news flies faster than good news.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
And then for we Nigerians, we should try as much as possible to understand that in the country that we are in our society today, we have a lot of the things that are staring us in the face. We should be careful when it comes to sharing information. When you get a post and they tell you reshare, try as much as possible to fact check before you do that. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in this morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
This is Harry from Abuja.
All right, thank you for calling in this morning.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, in respect of this fake news, we are talking about, we know that there are so many, in social media, there are so many fake news flying everywhere. But out of those fake news, there are some atom of truth inside the fake. When I say inside the fake, in respect of this present killing Christians in Nigeria, if you check the origin of Boko Haram today, it started with killing Christians. It is how it is when it got to a stage, they felt that this thing is beyond Christian. That's when they start moving to the Muslim. So I think the information they get them from the US, I think is true. Because if you check from bombing of churches, killing Christians, go to the people's house in the night, all this, that's how it started. You understand? Before they start going to the mosque. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We know the origin of all these things. Let's be sincere to ourselves. If US is international, interfere and stop all these things. I think this is not fake news. It's reality. It's happening. It has happened.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution.
It's okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Looking at this particular issue, I believe one of the real problems that we have is the prevalence of citizen journalism that we have here at this point. And point of view does really matter when you're reporting something that is happening. And aside from that, Nigerians have to understand and beware of some telltales that they can identify when they're going to be verifying news. You have to make sure that these information that you're seeing or receiving are from credible sources. They have to be that. And aside from that, you have to understand that if it is on multiple platforms, then there's a very huge chance that it is a credible information. And right after that, I would say looking at the information at hand and looking at what is going on around you as well, your own intuition should be able to tell you that this is
it's true.
Real and
then to add, people should understand that gladly you said, the world has changed with the invention of technology, AI and what have you. People put out stuff there without even, making sure that this news or reports are actually true. And people need to understand that with the fact that we have lots of content creators these days, people are on the fast rise, to make money online and what have you. So they put out these informations out there to get huge views, get what they have to get, and then not forgetting that those informations can actually, inflict or incite a certain perspective on Nigerians. So people need to be aware of that. Put that at the back of your mind so that each time you see an information, you would want to verify.
All right. Yeah. And I believe that we should task ourselves with, doing investigating as well, doing research so that we can understand it. Read a book, go through the internet and get the information that you need. That is all we have for this segment. Thank you to all the callers that called in and shared their thoughts as well. We'll be going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be diving into our discussion segment and we'll be looking at the alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria with China and ECOWAS's stand. We'll be right back.